Today we're looking at the Team Sonic Command Truck, a very fun playset, albeit kinda random, but it's more relevant to the Sonic universe than you may think. Lego-wise, command trucks are a familiar trope where themes like City, Batman, and Agents have all had some type of mobile base. I'd say this Sonic truck reminds me more of a camper van though, mainly because of this Lego Friends camper van that opens from the top in the same way. To me, this Sonic set kinda just feels like Lego wanted to make a guy's version of that Friends set. You know, just paint the truck blue, slap a stud launcher on there, and boom, for the boys. Comparison aside, I'd say the truck is a pretty substantial build with some interesting building techniques. On the front of the truck are two excellent printed pieces, with a spin dash for the headlight and a license plate referencing the first zone of the first Sonic game in 1991. To access the driver's seat, the front easily pops off. While this section's removed, I just want to highlight a cool building technique that uses elbow macaroni and hinge pieces to round out the front of the truck. It's just a cool way to show curvature. As for your truck driver, your Team Sonic representatives are Sonic and Tails. Knuckles sold separately. Unfortunately, these figures are nothing new, as both came in last year's Tails Adventure Boat set. Continuing down the truck, we have a long orange stripe, giving us a splash of Tails on the Sonic blue. Interrupting the streak on one side is the slap-down missile launcher, which, with the hinge, has some movement to it. Perfect for taking down the baddies included in this set. Well, I guess it's that or vehicular assault. The two badniks are definitely my favorite part of this set. The Caterpillar's printed face tile is goofy in the best way possible, and the way it's contorted with those angled bar pieces perfectly captures its caterpillar-like shape. The Burrowbot doesn't have any new pieces or prints, but cleverly uses a unicorn horn for its drill bit. I like these guys so much, I'd say they're more Goodnick than Badnick. My favorite part about them though is that unlike some of Lego's other Badniks where the animals and large gaps are a little intrusive to their designs, the Command Truck's Badniks remind me of the ones in the Lego Ideas Green Hill Zone set, which is very fitting since all of those Badniks appear in Sonic 1. But if they're not enough of a challenge, our other villain is Metal Sonic, a very detailed minifigure with one of the coolest headpieces ever made, but like his non-metal counterpart, is also unfortunately nothing new. Metal came onto the scene earlier this year in the Tails Cyclone set, which not only has a Tails minifigure, but is also less expensive than the Command Truck and is more iconic to Sonic as a whole. I'd imagine these Sonic figures are on the pricier side for Lego to produce due to their dual molded legs and complex head molds, thus reusing them across so many sets, but it's still a bummer to not get anything new. For $70, no new minifigures can make this an easy skip for older audiences and those who already have the Cyclone. But I guess now that I have two Metal Sonics, I can make man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Neat. At the very least, there's a lot for the minifigures to do in this set. Inside the truck, there's a living space for Sonic and Tails, complete with beds, nightstands, and a kitchen. Above that is a game room with a ping pong table and some speakers, another cool building technique since it's, in a way, built upside down. But the star of the show is the Chow Garden printed tile, which is very cute and just makes me want a Chow Garden Lego set. Come on, Lego, like, it would print money. Given Sonic is like the wind and always on the move, having a mobile living space feels very appropriate for his character. It also gives him a space to kick up his feet since Sonic is canonically homeless. The only thing to watch out for with this interior living space is that, depending on where you put the minifigures, they might get in the way of the door closing. But if you want something to open, you could lower this door, and then on the other side of the Command Truck, if you push this Technic rod, it deploys a Tails colored ATV. Sounds like a good way for Tails to scout ahead if Sonic's too busy with Chow Garden. So for play, there's a lot of action with the stud launcher and ATV, and plenty of roleplay opportunities in the living space. As a display piece though, you know, it's just a truck. It's a well-designed truck with some nice build techniques, but if you remove the Sonic printed pieces, to me this looks like something you'd see in Lego City rather than Lego Sonic. Despite that, what if I told you this set had an unforeseen Sonic lore drop? In episode 12 of the TailsTube web series, we see Sonic and Tails use this vehicle to check up on the Chow with the Mystic Ruins. According to TailsTube artist Gigi, the truck is directly based on the Lego set. So what started as a Lego original idea like the strange Knuckles mech is now canon to the Sonic universe. I guess in this chicken and the Eggman situation, Lego came first. Beyond TailsTube, while I'm not a roadblocker, the truck also makes an appearance in Roblox's Sonic Speed Simulator, which, given the recommended age range of this set, is a smart marketing move. So overall, this set gets brownie points for me for being a part of Sonic lore. It makes for some interesting trivia and conveys the strength of this partnership between LEGO and Sega. For the product itself, I think the Team Sonic command truck is a great playset for a younger audience. With plenty of roleplay and action opportunities, it's something you could just load up all your minifigures in and take them on a Sonic adventure. As a display piece, like we said, it's just a truck. I think some Sonic fans may want something a little more recognizable to the games if they're gonna shell out $70. Combine that with the lack of new minifigures and characters that are in less expensive sets, and I think older audiences may skip this one. And between you and me, if it's anything like last year's summer Sonic sets, the truck will probably be on clearance sometime next year. Regardless, I'll always look back fondly at this set as the time LEGO Sonic became canon. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble about another LEGO Sonic set. If you enjoyed this video, ride over to that subscribe button as we're kicking things into extreme gear with our next LEGO Sonic video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this set, and until next time, happy building!